you are feeling very sleepy. Do you want this tip of the iceberg slide? Which, by the way, was handcrafted by SlideCow, meaning it is 100% customizable for absolutely free? Then please do us a favor. Click on the first link in our description and sign up to our mailing list for tons of updates and exclusive content. Your welcome email to our mailing list will consist of a download link for the slide. Also, if you have Facebook, please go to facebook.com/SlideCow and follow our page. Thanks, guys. Welcome back to another video from SlideCow. My name is Yo-Yo and together we're going to make your slides amusing. A lot of you have been asking me to make a cycle infographic, so this week's video is going to focus on just that. We are going to make an awesome looking cycle infographic on PowerPoint using arrows. With the right use of colors, shapes, text, and icons, we will allow our audience to get a clear and concise flow of communication on our slide. As with all my other videos, it's important to make things as simple as possible for our audience in order to allow them to interpret information as best as possible. So let's get into this one. Step 1, draw out one arrow. Okay, so assuming that you guys have a blank slide, the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna go to Insert, you're gonna go to Shapes, and then you're gonna click on this rectangle shape right here. Draw out a rectangle that looks like this anywhere on your slide. Make sure it's tall and just a bit fat. And remember, anywhere, it's fine. We'll fix the positioning and the sizing and everything later. Click on the rectangle and press on Ctrl D to make a duplicate of it. Now, what you want to do is you want to go to Home, you want to go to Arrange, and you want to click on Rotate and rotate right by 90 degrees. You're going to place this new rectangle over here just on top of the other rectangle to make a sort of corner shape just like this. Make sure they're overlapping as well. Now what you're going to do is you're going to go to Insert, Shapes, and you're going to click on this triangle option right here, which is the right triangle option. The goal is to meet two corners, one on the top left that you can see over here, and one on the bottom right that you can see over here. Just draw it out like this, and just make sure that it's sized just about perfectly. Like this is fine. Now click on this triangle, go to Home, click on Arrange, click on Rotate, and then click on Flip Vertical. When that's done, what you want to do is you want to highlight everything, click on Format, click on Merge Shapes, and then click on Fragment. That way it fragments all the different shapes on your slide. So then what you're going to do is you're going to click on this rectangle over here, again assuming that you hit the fragment button, and just press on Delete. And already you can see the base of the arrow coming to life. Click on this triangle and click on the rectangle on the right and go to Merge Shapes, Union. Now we need the arrowhead. So we're going to go to Insert, we're going to go to Shapes, and we're going to click on this triangle right over here. Not the right triangle, just the normal isosceles triangle. Hold Shift and draw it out. And then what you want to do is you want to rotate it to the right. So click on Home, click on Arrange, and then click on Rotate right by 90 degrees. And then just place this arrowhead just in the center of the rectangle, just like that. Make sure that you're happy with it, just make sure that the shape sort of makes sense to you. Once that's all done, click on the arrowhead, click on the left shape over here, and click on Format, Merge Shapes, Union. Perfect. And that is step 1 completed. Step 2, make the other arrows. Okay, so we have this one arrow on our slide right over here. The goal is now to make 3 other arrows and ensure a cycle is in place, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to highlight all of the shapes and press on Ctrl G so they're all in one group. I'm going to bring in my arrow over here. Remember, rough positioning for now. We'll fix all the positioning and sizing very soon, I promise. Now, with this shape selected, press on Ctrl D and then click on Arrange, Rotate, and then rotate right by 90 degrees. The goal here is to match the same height for this rectangle as it is for the arrowhead. So let me show you what I mean. I'm going to bring this up just over here, zoom in just to make sure that it's very close to what you're seeing over here. And then what you're going to do is you're going to move this to the right. Hold Shift and then move it to the right like this. Just like that. All right, perfect. Now highlight everything and press on Ctrl G to group them both up. press on Control D again. And what you're gonna do now is you're going to click on Arrange, Rotate, and then flip vertical, and then Arrange, Rotate, and then flip horizontal. And then you're gonna do the exact same thing. It's just a matter of matching. So I'm gonna match it like this, and I'm just gonna drag it down. Remember, I'm holding Shift when I do this. Holding Shift when I do this, just drag it downwards all the way over here until you get some sort of square shape, and the cycle effect is complete. Perfect. Now highlight everything, press on Control G to group it up, and just bring it to the center by going to Arrange, Align, Align Center, and just bring that up anywhere you'd like, and there we go. Now I'm gonna resize mine a bit because I think it's a bit too big, so I'm gonna do the same thing over here, just resize it, and go to Arrange, Align, Align Center one more time, just bring it up. And there we go, perfect. Now, before moving on to the next step, we have one more step to complete, and that is we have to color this infographic. So click on it and then click on Format, Shape Outline, No Outline. Make sure there is no outline for your infographic, right? The second step is you're gonna have to highlight it again, and you're gonna have to ungroup it by pressing Control, Shift, and then G, right? And keep doing that for everything. Make sure nothing is grouped here. It's very important. Now what I want you to do is I want you to pick two colors. Over here, what you can see is I picked two colors. So I picked the lightish brownish color over here, and I picked the very light greenish bluish color that you can see over here. Forgive me for my sense of color. I don't know the exact names. I just, use what looks nice. So anyway, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna color both of these arrowheads, the top left and the bottom right arrowheads, the lightish brownish colors that you can see over here. Just the arrowhead, sorry. So this one and this one, I'm gonna click on Format, Shape Fill, and I'm gonna make it like this. So how do I get a darker color over here? How do I make it look 3D? How do I make it look like it's folding? That's actually a very easy trick that I'm about to show you right now. Click on both of these shapes, just the base of the arrowhead, and fill them out as the exact same color that you see over here. Right now you can see it's the exact same color. What you want to do now is you want to go to Shape Fill, you want to go to More Fill Colors, and then using this black arrow or black triangle or whatever right over here, you want to drag it downwards just like this. And you can see already the new color here is darker. That's the idea. We're trying to get a darker color. Hit OK, and there you go, right? You can see that it's the exact same color, it's just a darker shade of that color. You're going to do the exact same thing for the other two arrowheads here. So I'm going to click on these two over here. Click on Shape Fill, click on this color over here, and then I'm gonna click on these two over here, do the same thing, and then go to More Fill Colors and just drag that downwards until I get a darker shade, and boom, there we go. Perfect, now we have our cycle infographic. Step 3, add an icon and title in the center. Okay, so I understand that not many of you know how to bring an icon into your PowerPoint slide. I also understand that not many of you have the icons button in the Insert tab, as you can see here in your PowerPoint software. Don't worry, just click on the video on the top right in the Info tab. We teach you 3 awesome techniques to bring any customizable icon that you want into your PowerPoint slide. It's very easy to do, it's awesome, so give that a watch. Just to save time though, I'm going to be using this icon that you can see over here. So I'm just going to press on Control C and press on Control V. Perfect. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to bring a shape outline for that icon, similar to what you see over here with the square. If you've noticed, I'm sort of making the theme of this slide a square shape, and that sort of reinforces the message, from a design perspective. It makes things easy to interpret, easy to identify, which is what you should be doing as well. So I'm just gonna go over here and click on Insert, Shapes, and click on the rectangle. I'm gonna hold Shift and I'm gonna draw it out like this. Don't worry about positioning for now. And I'm gonna go to Shape Fill, No Fill, and Shape Outline, and color it the exact same color as the icon over here. In my case, it's purple. I'm also going to increase the width of the shape a bit. So, the shape's outline a bit, so I'm just gonna put that as 3 points. I think that looks good. So I'm gonna drag this shape to the center over here, as you can see. This is also in the center. I'm gonna make this shape a bit smaller, actually. I think that's a bit too much, so I'm gonna drag that in and then reposition it. Bring that up a bit. All right, perfect. So now what I wanna do is I wanna also bring in a title. just beneath the icon over here. Now, a word for this, right? You want to pick an icon and a title that represents the entire cycle. In my case, I just put a guy behind a podium, right? But in your case, pick something that represents the cycle. That's important. That's very important for you to do. So I'm going to go to Insert. I'm going to go to text box. I'm just going to draw the text box over here. Just call this cycle title. Change the font size to, I don't know, let's put 12. And I'm going to change the font size, the font to this down the middle and just drag it out like that. Perfect. Alrighty. So let me just bring that down. And there we go. All right. And that is the third step completed. Step 4, add the text. All right, here comes the easy part. We're gonna go to Insert. We're gonna go to Text Box. We're just gonna draw the text box anywhere. Now, over here, you're going to write out, the text for the specific step. So the first step would be your first text box, obviously. In my case, I'm just gonna write out any sort of gibberish. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Pay no attention to that. Write out your own text, right? So I'm gonna change the font size to 12. I'm also gonna put a title at the top over here. And we're going to change that to Panton Lacasse, which is right over here. I'm just going to drag that to the right a bit. I'm also going to copy this square, right? Press on Control D and just bring that right over here, right next to our little text box over here. I'm actually going to make it a bit smaller as well. And I'm going to type in 0, 1. I'm going to change the font color. I'm also going to change the font itself to this and increase the font size like so. And I think that looks perfect actually. Now, just to make sure everything's centered, what you're going to do is you're going to highlight both of these, the shape itself and the text box, and we're going to go to Arrange, Align, and then Align Middle. And that way it's on the same horizontal sort of path, right, in terms of being in the center. So I'm going to drag this to the left a bit. And I think that looks absolutely perfect. Now what I want to do is I want to make a duplicate of it on the right side over here. So I'm going to click on the shape. I'm going to click on the text box. I'm going to press on Control G to group them up. And then I'm just going to press on Control, Shift, and drag it to the right like so. Once that's done, with this duplicated little text box that you see over here, selected, you're going to go to Home, you're going to go to Arrange, you're going to click on Rotate, and then you're going to click on Flip Horizontal. And you can reposition it a bit so that it looks somewhat similar to the one on the left. In fact, I recommend you do that. And then you can just click on these two once you're satisfied. Press on Control, Shift, and then drag it downwards like so, just to make sure everything's on the same spacing. And then just change the numbers. So in my case, it would be, 2, 3, and 4. Perfect. So I'm just going to bring these to the right a bit, just to make sure that, everything is perfectly tuned. And I think we are done, ladies and gentlemen. It's been awesome. It's always been awesome teaching you guys. We're actually up to 2,700 plus subscribers. I didn't think we'd actually grow that fast. It's actually awesome. Let's hit the 3,000, guys. Let's hit it together. I will see you guys next week. Please be sure to visit slidecow.com and our Facebook page. And guys, talk to me. A lot of people have been emailing me and talking to me and they enjoy it. So why don't you as well? I'm open to anybody. Just talk to me. Send me an email. Ask me anything related to PowerPoint. Ask me how I'm doing. Ask me if you want a cup of coffee. I don't mind. I'm a very approachable guy. I love you guys. So I will see you in the next one. Be safe. Safe journeys. Always be happy. Bye-bye, guys.